Nice, beautiful morning. It's raining, about 45 degrees. Perfect. There'll be no people. People don't hike in the rain like this. Just passed the moose right back there about 10 minutes ago in the dark. So the plan is to go up here early this morning and see if I can spot the big black male grizzly bear that I missed on the last video. I know where he lives and I'm pretty good at finding him, so we'll go up here and see if I can find him for you, along with all the other amazing wildlife. Let's see what we can see. I'm not really too worried about walking close to the trees or in the trees like this time in the morning, because there's really no reason why a grizzly bear would want to be in here right now. He's going to be out in the open eating. So along with this nice cool wet weather, so he's going to be out there in the open. So hopefully I'll find him somewhere out in the open. I'm kind of using the trees and stuff to help myself blend in a little bit, so I'm not right out in the wide open where he can spot me. A lot of elk and deer and bears. These rainy days like this are great. The weather is nice and cool. The wildlife is out. For some reason he started heading my direction pretty fast, so I'm heading on out of here the opposite way. I'm moving fairly fast because I'm not in sight of him. Lots of fresh grizzly digging around in here. Kind of see fog moving in. This is not the best place to be, obviously, if the thick fog moves in. A lot of grizzly bear activity here, plus a big black male. You can see that big black male in some of my other videos from years past. Like I said before, he's the one that I wasn't able to get the other day in my last video. But I got the female that was with him. Well, I haven't seen the grizzly anymore after he started my way and I started heading out, so it's been a mile and a half since I've seen him. So I'm heading back, but looks like my worst fears are coming true, and that's thick fog in grizzly country. So hopefully it won't keep moving up this way. If it does, in that case I will move right out into the middle there. Even though that's probably where the grizzly bears are, I can still see a little bit better out there. The wildflowers are starting to come up. Bunch of them over here. Always like looking at wildflowers. Early this morning I videoed some moose in the dark, but a little while later while I was videoing another moose, I realized I didn't have a memory card in my camera. I guess I left it at home, so I had to use a backup one, which was much smaller, so that's one reason why this video is not in 4K. It's just going to be 1080p. See this high sagebrush? This is a great place to see grizzly bear, or to meet a grizzly bear. Remember to be respectful and peaceful in God's beautiful creation. Oh, there's the black bear right there. There he comes. He's coming towards me. Well, that was a little exciting. Okay, he's just smelled me as heading off the other direction. Well, that was the correct reaction after he finally discovered me after all this time today. Headed back the other direction. But you can see what I mean when I say I don't like to hike in the thick fog. The fog's clearing up nicely now. But turns out that grizzly bear, as I told you earlier, he's coming my direction, so I had to get out of there. Well, obviously he was. He's coming to the same place I'm going. And luckily there was no fog. So I saw him at a safe distance. If you want to call that safe, he was pretty close there. Barely got my camera. I barely got my camera out. I just wanted to at least get a snapshot of him so you can see that he was right there. Hope it turned out. It might be blurry, but that's the best I could do. But like I was saying before, when I saw the bear, another great day in God's beautiful creation. And if you hike peacefully and respectfully, treating all of God's creation and His wildlife peacefully and respectfully, you get the same treatment back. I don't know how good my videos are today. Everything's really wet. My camera is really soaked. Doesn't hurt this GoPro though. My wildlife camera, my Canon SX70, is not really waterproof, and the lens fogs up, gets water on it, so hopefully something turned out halfway good today. That's why I was saying on days like this I kind of like to stay a little bit more along the tree line as long as there's no fog, because the grizzly bears are out in the open. And that black grizzly bear there, he stayed out in the open the entire time. He never approached the trees. But you gotta be careful. You really gotta know what you're doing when you do this kind of thing. I spent a lot of years out here, so I kind of know when and where I can safely hike in a high density grizzly bear area. So there's nothing like experience. Reading books are helpful, but they can be a little misleading sometimes. And always, I just want to be clear that hiking this way, peacefully and respectfully, is the way I do it. I'm not telling you you have to do it that way. All I suggest is consider treating the wildlife respectfully and peacefully by being quiet and remembering this is their home. But you should always do what you feel is best for you. And don't try to copy me until you get experience. And you get experience by being out here and slowly doing things in a